I actually go in to see Bob Winston, and I'm like, he goes, here, start filling this out, save us some time. It's like the W-2 form. I'm like, I'm hired, dude. I'm going to be a daycare provider. I'm like so excited. The joy is bubbling up inside my heart. The joy is bubbling up inside my heart. He looks at me, he goes, I just have 3 questions. I mean, in my book, you're hired. But I noticed you did not exactly put what you guys do. You work for the family business. So exactly what is it? What did you guys do? So, you know, at this point in my life, like you guys, I'm just an open book, you know, because I've changed. You know what I mean? I'm like reformed, retired, 100%. So I said, you know what? Serial killer. We're a professional serial killer business. There's about 16 of them in the country. I work for my family business. It's generational. You know, wow, that must have been interesting, serial killing. So yeah, it had its moments, you know, but it was pretty demanding. He said, well, why'd you come all the way out here? And I said, well, I decided to come all the way out here to pursue my lifelong dream of becoming an actor in Hollywood, California. And he went, that's so endearing. He was so supportive. One last question. I go, okay, I noticed you didn't put reason for leaving. I didn't put that because I didn't want to get fired and I thought they would overlook it. I didn't want to lie about my referrals because I figured if they actually called up and they were disconnected numbers and didn't know me, it's like, you know, by legal, since I was in a union, they can't lie about me and say, oh, he was bad. They just got to say, yeah, he showed up on time and we fired him because he called in sick one time. So that made me excited when I actually was able to be honest and open with him and say, you know what, I got fired. I looked at him, he goes, really? Why? I said, well, I called in sick one day. Dude, there was music playing. When I walked in to Bob's place, when I walked in for my second interview with Bob, he's like the head hire guy for every Tiddlywink daycare center in the Southern California. You know, and, you know, he's got a kind of a big belly, and he was smoking a hookah, you know, so I'm like, you know, I see a hookah pipe in the background. So I asked him. So he asked me. He goes, so why did you leave? What made you just leave? And I said, well, sir, to be honest with you, when I first walked in to Bob's office for the second interview, I kid you not, there was sweet music playing in the background. He had candles. You know, he was like totally like inviting. It smelled, I don't know, it smelled so pretty. I was like, wow, this is going to be a cool place to work for, dude. Have a seat. Thank you very much. Would you like anything to drink, or you would like some of the cookies? Yeah, little cookies out. I said, no, thank you, but thank you very much. You know, and it was, I knew, like, this is it. I'm about to change my life, dude. It's like the 3rd day here, and I'm doing a job interview already. Yeah, I just have 3 questions. In my book, you are hired, all right? 3 questions. Number 1, yes, sir. What was your family business? Because you didn't have it listed on here exactly what you guys did. So at this point, I'm an open, honest book. I said, I'm just going to be honest with the guy in my head. I just, you know, I might as well just tell him, not be embarrassed with my past, because it is my past. Plus, you know, I said, I'm just going to be honest with the guy, kind of like I am with you guys. I'm just going to open up my heart and tell him. I said, serial killing. We're a professional serial killing business, and there's about 17 nationwide, and that's what we do. And you know, wow, serial killing, that must have been interesting. I mean, it had its moments, and but it was kind of demanding, and I was ready for, you know, something different. We were good. What made you come all the way out here to Hollywood, California? I said, well, sir, my lifelong dream has to be a Hollywood, California actor. And I knew the only way to do that, I couldn't put it off. I had to come out to Hollywood, California to be an actor. And that's what I'm here for. Now, oh, well, that's so endearing. I've never heard that before. That's like, he was like into me. One last question. I'm like, here you go. I'm filling out the damn paperwork, put the W-2s and everything. And he says, you didn't put, I noticed, why you left. I'm like, oh, man. I put my references down there correct. I didn't want to lie, because if he calls them up and they're disconnected, there goes my chance for a job. So all that stuff was correct, but I forgot that I thought they would overlook reason for leaving, but they didn't. I said, well, you know what, dude? I've been honest up to this point. I got fired. Figuring, he's like, fired. He goes, yeah, what? I go, fired. He goes, fired. I mean, well, he's like, okay, what for? I said, well, to be honest with you, I called in sick one day. 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 I heard it echoing in his head, not in my head. All right? Sick one day. Sick one day. He started to change right there on the spot. I kid you not. I went, you know, and I called in sick one day. Sick one day. Sick one day. Sick one day. I heard it echoing in his head, not my head. Because he looked up at me. I kid you not. I don't know where the gust of wind came out, but the candles blew out. The music stopped. The smell went away. And he looked at me, pushed a button. 2 seconds later, two big guys come in. And the security guards that guard the front. And he said, can you please escort this gentleman? Can you please escort Mr. Sibley out of the building and let him know he can never come back? He's talking about me, to me, but to them. I'm like, dude, what happened? What's... He goes, he looks at me, he goes, dude, you could have done anything else or said anything else. But at our company, if you call in sick, we fire you before you even call in. And if you work at another company and call in sick, don't you ever show here up again. You understand me? I walked out of the building brokenhearted. What's a man like me supposed to do in a situation like that? Let me cut.